Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333, and welcome back to Heart to Mind for the New Order. Last days here as Ostafrika. Now, last video. Something's wrong. I hold my head. Hitler's gone. The Führer is dead, and Germany's fallen apart into a four-way civil war. So, we got that going on. And we went ahead and formed the Africa Shield because there's something's happening over here, and I don't know if I'm about it. For now, let's go ahead and do the Video Überwachungsanlage. Good enough. Finally, we can find a use for our new electric power line, the implementation of the Video Überwachungsanlage, or investment for an indirect surveillance. This program, which involves setting up thousands of modern cameras all throughout the Reichskommissariat, will be implemented in the following months as soon as the materials arrive. For now, we shall install a prototype in Quelimane to immediately begin tests and potential improvements. Though I'm curious whether we'll actually be able to finish this or not, because, well, yep, here we go. With Germany still consumed by the chaos of civil war and many of its territories become plagued with conflicts of their own, German Africa has today announced its intention to weather this terrible storm. Whilst the three German African colonies have previously only enacted a cordially yet basic relationship with each other, a joint declaration from Siegfried Müller, Wolfgang Schenk, and Hans Hüttig has announced the creation of the Africa Shield. Officially in lines, only a defensive purpose in order to ensure stability within the colonies, many international observers have expressed concerns about what the alliance's true intentions in Africa may be. While Spiofan has condemned the immoral colonial alliance, many within the German sphere have praised Müller in particular for his dedication to protecting German interests and personnel across the continent. We stand together. Of course, all the praise goes to fucking Müller. Sons of bitches, the Serbs have risen up. And a fun thing, I forgot I need to record a video today, so it is almost 1 a.m. I should be in bed right now, but I'm not. Because I already missed an upload on Wednesday. Or Monday. Today, right now, is Wednesday, so I need the upload for that. So, here you go, let's get support weapons going. And there they go. Violence erupted across South Africa. Today's Boer Republic, angered at what they have perceived as endless attacks on themselves by the South African government, formally declared its independence from the Republic of South Africa. Accompanying the declaration, Boer militias, carrying out mostly German armaments, have spread out across the Orange Free State and numerous other parts of northwestern South Africa, coming into armed conflict with South African soldiers stationed in the area. This current conflict continues to escalate. It's currently unknown what exactly the German response will be. Yet as observers report increasing militarization of the South African border by the newly formed Africa Shield, many consider the German response to be self-evident. A perfect opportunity. No one starts a war, or rather, no one in his senses ought to do so, without first being clear in his mind what he intends to achieve by that war, and how he intends to conduct it. Karl von Clausewitz. What happened to Harry G. Moore? I don't know. Well, all I know is that the dominoes are not going to stop. We're going to topple more of those bitches over. Beholzund Bergehorn underway. The call goes out to an isolated radio frequency, bouncing from Lusaka to Maputo to Quelimane, carefully encoded so as not to alert the South Africans. When the Reichskommissar gets the message, he smiles, for he knows the meaning. Two groups of surplus Hanomag carriers are departing from isolated jungle training camps, heading for the border. Across them are dozens of South African Boers, ragged and tired from the hard training, but also confident in their newfound skills. For the Boers, it's a chance to defend their families, their homes, their heritage. For Ostafrika, it's another dagger in Cape Town's side. When the transports reach the border, the German officers and board trainees wave goodbye to one another. They've grown friendly over their long weeks spent on the Ostafrikan frontier. Then they shoot their local smugglers and dump their bodies in a nearby river. Can't be too careful. Our knives are sharpened. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're gonna lose all the resources we got from Germany. That's not nice. Alright, Muscovy is fucking imploded, which is neat to see. I always like, seeing all these little warlords all over the... Okay. Normally at a moment like this, Hans Hüttig would be fairly deep into stupor. He spent most of his nights like that, dulling the waves of fury and annoyance that constantly rippled through his mind. But not tonight. Tonight he's sitting in a command center beneath Quilliamain at the head of a crowded table. His officers are bickering about which battalion has been sent where, which squadrons are most vital for interdiction, whose plane would save the race or doom the nation. Aides man the phone that line the walls, sending coded messages out into the field. Everyone knows what they're here for. The Boers have taken up arms, declaring a new great trek. The South African blacks have attempted to throw off Cape Town's chains. All three will fall. Tonight, Ostafrika and her allies will go to war. All eyes slowly turn to Hüttig. He allows himself to savor them a moment of mastery. From here, all the chaos and bloodshed and misery to come is just an arrangement of marking them on a map. And he will control it all. Begin. With the first opening shots, the state of war has officially begun between the Afrika Shield and South Africa and their mere counter-puppeteers. Exactly 20 years ago, proud Aryan face once more... A proud Aryan's face. Excuse me, I got confused. I misread that for a second, and that got more confusing. This is why I shouldn't be recording at 1 a.m., but here I am. Proud Aryan's face once more. An overwhelmingly superior enemy, with no other weapons than our superior will. Exactly like 20 years ago, we shall prove those fools the superiority of the master race. Mobilize our forces to the last man. Bring forth the panzers. Bring forth the bombers and the cannons. For Für und Vaterland. Wir werden siegreich sein. Los. So let's check it out. We've got the drums of war. Mobilize. We got this. Everyone is fucking useless. That's fun. Kindersoldaten. I think my, couple days of Duolingo has helped me, translate that already in my head. We have gas. Ooh. Okay. We got, this is where it gets wacky. Down here is where the real war crimes begin. But, yeah, well. The Boer rebellion rages on. International journalists on the ground are reporting that German colonial panzer divisions have now begun to pour across the South African border in a rapid escalation of conflict. Forces of newly formed Afrika Shield have already won several key victories, forcing already stretched thin South African soldiers into retreating south in disarray. While the OFN has expressed support for the South African regime for almost a decade, the feeling on the ground was captured by quickly spreading footage of a battle-bloody South African soldier, part of a convoy of soldiers retreating to Port Nolloth, who asked for cameras of question that many have been asking. Where the fuck are the Yankees? And so it begins. Alright. Let's go ahead. Oh, crap. God damn it. We'll try doing this for now, and we'll see what happens there. And there goes the African National Congress. Should make things all the more easier for us. It's like, okay, let's slow down the speed a little bit. Alright. Let's mobilize Ostafrika. Our duty is clear, our path set. From Germany to the deepest recesses of the jungle, we shall hold high the name of our fatherland. However, our enemies are many and our forces few. If we want to prevail, we need to fully mobilize our forces, both economically and financially. Conscription shall be enacted throughout the Reichskommissariat in order to bring about all our reserves. Our factory will run at full capacity. Ostafrika will be the embodiment of German will, a single steel-like entity, fully tense towards victory like a fiery puma hunting its prey. Let our enemies fear us. Well, not much to fear right now with the African National Congress. Old Tambo here. You know, I'll give him props for making a stand, but I don't think now's the time to launch your rebellion, buddy. I think it's the worst fucking time possible. Reichskommissar Hutig strutted into the meeting hall, within which a grand planning station had been established. All around him, officers in uniform walked to and fro with a true sense of urgency, communicating points of updated information or passing off newly minted documents. Despite the nerves that lingered within him, Hutig could almost bounce with excitement. This was his element, and it was showtime. The Reichskommissar proceeded to the great hall in the center of this converted meeting hall, upon which a large and impressively detailed map sat, speckled with different icons representing the locations of Ostafrican forces in the field. A posse of generals stood rigidly at attention around the map, and snapped a salute to Hutig as he approached. Hutig swiftly gave a sharp salute in return as they stood at ease and got to the business of the day, the business of warfare. Gentlemen, let's not waste any time with officialities or pleasantries today. We have a war to fight. Hutig began, wasting not one moment in arriving to his point. Currently, where do we stand? What are vulnerabilities and where? He finished staring at his generals, as we looked to one another for an answer, following such an unexpected rapid commencement of business. The Zambezi River, sir. We have token forces ready to respond to a crossing, but if South Africans arrive in force, they may break through. They'd be throwing themselves into a vase of forced savages. That's what they wish to expand their forces conquering, so be it, he retorted. The boys have these South Africans nicely preoccupied at this moment. I want to know where we can attack. Several of the generals in the room murmured amongst one another unexpectedly, as if they had never conceived the notion that their superior would have wished to order an attack 3 minutes into the first meeting of the war. Hutig began to deliver nicely vexed stares. Generals like Gruppenführer quickly piped in. The SS divisions Verband und Jäger stand ready for any operation, sir. You need only say where and then. Hutig smiled in response. Then let it be so. Pointing at the South African coast upon the map, he finished his set of orders. They won't see a single moment of rest against us. Not fun. They will relearn the meaning of blitzkrieg. Cry havoc. And let's slip the dogs of war.